right, what's up everyone? Welcome to the live stream. Today we're going to be unboxing the Momentum True Wireless 4. I just picked them up about an hour ago. So I've come running straight home to do a quick little unboxing, some impressions, and let me know in the chat, or if you're watching this on replay, any comparisons you want to see in my full-length review, or I can even do some comparisons as we go here today. This is kind of a first for the channel, so we'll see how it goes. The main focus here is just going to be the first impressions and the unboxings. And I do have some other earbuds here, you know, some of the goodies that if we want to do some comparisons throughout, we can do that. But of course, the biggest question is going to be, how do they compare to the Momentum True Wireless 3? And to be honest with you, going off just looking at the specs, it doesn't seem like too much of a difference, the design as well. But anyway, we're gonna get into it here. I went for the white version. I know the copper did look pretty cool, but to be honest, it looked kind of similar to my current version here, even though the design is exactly the same. The copper looked like this, but slightly coppery, where I wanted a bit of a mix up, so I decided to go for the white there. But before we jump in, quick shout out to the early birds over here. Let's see if this is working here. Yeah, Woo Woo thinks I look like the president of El Salvador. Didn't know that, but thank you. Rich Tech Reviews, thanks for coming in, my man. Can't watch the live stream. All good. Thanks for coming in early anyway. GT Big Dog, how you going? 62 and excited about your unboxing. I'm excited as well. Steve rocking the Technics AZ80. So curious to see if the True Wireless 4 might be a good option. Potentially. I think not though. And Devin coming in early. Am I going to review the JLab Epic Lab Edition? Maybe. Too many earbuds to cover, to be honest, right now. But I've got a few requests to cover those, so I'll definitely keep those in mind. But let's get into this, shall we? We'll start with the unboxing here. I got my trusty Sennheiser scissors. Didn't mean to match the actual colors there, but there you go. It does. Before we jump into the unboxing, you can have a quick look at the specs. Like, in terms of the overall specs are pretty similar. We do have an IP54 rating now. That's an upgrade from the, I believe, IPX4. aptX Adaptive is still here again. But you should, it doesn't say it on the box for some reason, but it should be aptX lossless, where the Momentum 3 only has aptX Adaptive 24-bit 96 kilohertz, I believe. There's Auracast, which is still it's a very new feature, so it's still something that's even quite experimental, I would say. The same as LE audio, also known as LC3, low energy audio. At least on my Asus Zenfone 10, it's still an experimental feature, but I can test that today. We've got wireless charging, which the Momentum 3 has. The low latency audio, I'm pretty sure that's, I don't know if it's a specific low latency gaming mode, but Qualcomm aptX Adaptive, or also known as Snapdragon Sound, kind of has low latency gaming built into that codec. So don't know if that's just like a little extra marketing there, but what else we got here? We've got the Sennheiser signature sound. I'm very curious to see or to hear if they sound any different from the Momentum 3, because these already sound great. I don't really know where they could tweak the sound too much, to be honest. They're one of the better sounding earbuds that I've still tested. You got your noise canceling, future-proof technology, which I assume is the Auracast LE audio. All-day comfort. I'm very curious to see if the fit is improved. That's one of my complaints with the Momentum 3 is the fit. It's not too bad for me, but a little bit of suction, a little bit of pressure. And then you got the sound personalization, which I believe is exactly the same, going off a couple of videos I was able to watch from the early impressions. So let's get these bad boys open, shall we? And if you're just joining in, feel free to join in on my initial testing as we I can test some earbuds. Let me know what's going on. I'll kind of we'll keep it chill here today. I'll reply to some comments as we go through, but really it's just the first impressions and unboxing. Now let's get this out of the case, shall we? So I went for the white version. As I said, my original Momentum True Wireless 2 were in white. I wanted to get the white version of the Momentum 3. This is the 3 on the right, 4 on the left, exactly the same. It's exactly the same size. If anything, the Momentum 4 is slightly bigger, the case. What is going on there? It's very hard to tell on camera there, but maybe it's just the color. I honestly don't know. But yeah, they went for the exact same case there, which is, I mean, for the standards of today, at least in my overall ranking, we've got about 12, 13 earbuds on my ranking. This is the chunkiest case, and they will hold I guess, the title, which you probably wouldn't want to hold, as the chunkiest chunky case. And here they are compared to the AirPods Pro 2. So you can see they got some chunk going on there. And yeah, I was hoping for this to be fixed. I could already tell. Oops, I could already tell on the promotion that wasn't going to be solved. But let's get these open, shall we? I must say, I do love me a nice shiny white silver earbud, and they do look very slick and silver. The actual white, the case is kind of like it looks a bit yellow on the camera here, but it's like a whitish, kind of grayish kind of thing going on there. But anyway, let's take these earbuds out, and we'll get them paired up to my Asus Zenfone 10, which I recently got specifically to test aptX lossless and aptX adaptive. So pretty decent phone. Let's get these paired up, and then yeah, we'll just kind of do some quick fit tests, because the main things I want to focus on here and issues that I do have with the Momentum 3. Let's chuck them in here for now. Momentum 4 on the left, Momentum 3 on the right. Yeah, they look exactly the same. And the actual earbuds are pretty much the exact same size, it looks like. Let's have a little look here. Yeah. Yep, they didn't change a thing, it looks like. I think they may have just changed the ear tips. As you can see, they used to have kind of a, let's see if I can get a bit of a, I can't really zoom in on this little dodgy setup I've got here right now, but there's like a bit of foam on the middle there, which they used. It's kind of going to change the sound quality, so that can dial down treble. Where they've completely gotten rid of it, they've just gone for a regular grill with the ear tip there. So I'm curious to see how that feels. But yeah, it actually looks very similar, and they've just put on, yeah, just like a bit of a mesh grill on there instead. Where on the Momentum 3, this is like I've used mine heavily. These are pretty heavily used over the last 2 years, whatever it's been. But yeah, that's kind of like it's actually going all sticky now. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, where this is more of like a mesh material. So that's going to be great to block any earwax, dust, and dirt getting into the driver there. And yeah, the actual ear tips themselves feel kind of the same. If anything, the Momentum 3 ear tips are a little bit loose compared to this. It's a bit more sturdy, but I've used these quite a bit. So actually, yeah, design of the earbuds, going off the promotions, I kind of assumed there's going to be exactly the same. And for modern True Wireless standards, like the size, these are one of the chunkier buds. It's not just the case; it's quite chunky. It's the actual earbuds themselves. So I know I know CEO in the Making. If you don't follow him, great audio and tech reviewer. He has very small ears. They seem to fit him not too bad, I think, going off his review. But yeah, definitely not small ear approved. I have very large ears. And you're not going to see how these fit my ears today, because I've only got one camera here. But this is definitely going to be more suited for medium to larger size ears. And if you do have large ears like me, the Momentum 3, I could wear them all day. It's just the suction, slight pressure you get due to this kind of slightly deeper fit due to the ear tips. And yeah, we'll see how that compares anyway. But first, before we run into all the initial testing and comparisons with other earbuds and the Momentum 3, few things I need to cover first. I made a little list, got my little list here of issues that I currently have, or I have had since my testing of the Momentum 3 over the last, I'm pretty sure I've had them for 2 years. And if you follow my channel, you know these are one of my most recommended earbuds. I've used them heavily for a solid year. And the actual, the fit is going to be the first issue due to the kind of slight suction and pressure that I did get from them. Still comfortable for me, like I said. But it's just something about it, kind of getting the earbud into your ear canal and getting like a nice even seal and suction. It was a little bit tricky to kind of get that, and that would affect the sound quality as well as the noise canceling as well. So that's been improved. That'll be nice. The transparency mode is another big one. That's an easy one that we can run through today. So the transparency mode on the Momentum 3 had quite a bit of white noise hiss and a lot of occlusion. So occlusion is like that kind of suction you get with the actual fit itself, but it can also carry over to the transparency mode. So when you have both earbuds in your ears, it's kind of like when you speak yourself, it feels like you're kind of got some echo going on in your ear and like suction and pressure. So I'm hoping that's been fixed. Momentum 3 probably had the most occlusion out of all the earbuds I tested. And also, what I want to see is how the touch controls have been changed or upgraded. I think they're exactly the same. The only issue I have with the touch controls on the Momentum 3 is that when you would change between, it's between noise canceling on, off, and transparency, you don't get any, you just get like a beep. So it's like the exact same beep feedback, whether you go to transparency, noise canceling on, or noise canceling off. You know, a bit of a voice prompt would be nice to know what the actual changes that I'm making, especially when you might have music playing. So that'll be nice to see if that's been fixed. That's one of my, it's a small thing, but something I definitely look out for. But and the other thing is a side tone. So side tone is when you're going to be on a phone call, these will automatically kick into what they call side tone, which kind of lets in your own voice through the actual earbuds. So you're not going to be speaking too loud in a noisy environment. Now, the issue is the side tone is pretty bad. The transparency mode would have been better, but you can't turn the transparency mode on or the noise canceling when you are on a phone call. It automatically reverts to the side tone, which doesn't sound good. So I don't know if that's been fixed. We'll run through that today. We'll do a sound test, and let's just get into it as well. And another quick thing I wanted to mention, because you're probably tuning in here thinking like, yeah, should I go for the Momentum 4 if I've got the Momentum 3? Or if I've got another earbud, should I grab the Momentum 4? These bad boys cost me 500 Australian dollars. That is currently the second most expensive earbud out of all the earbuds that I have tested. I do have my, let's bring up my trusty noise canceling ranking. If you're new to the channel here, or if you're new to the live stream or whatever, I rank all the earbuds I test. I have a scoring system here on the scale of 1 to 10. I've got all the prices here. It's actually a custom scoring system, but yeah, right now the Technics AZ80, yeah, they cost $499 in Australia, $349 US, and I believe the Momentum 4 here are also coming in at $349 US. So yeah, about on par with the most expensive pair you can get. Actually, no, the Denon Pearl Pro are $549 Australian, but $349 US. Sometimes things are just more expensive in Australia for some reason. But anyway, let's keep it going here. If you're tuning in, chuck a comment. I'm just going to run through the main features and testing first, and then I'll go through all the comments at the end for any extra questions you have or extra testing and stuff like that. So we've got the earbuds here. Let's chuck them in to my ears, and let's see how this fit feels compared to the Momentum 3. But first, of course, we're going to connect them to my phone. Let's make sure they're actually turned on right now. So I'm chucking them in my ears. I can already tell you straight away they have the exact same suction and pressure that the Momentum 3 have, which I was not a huge fan of, but let's see. I'm pretty sure, actually, I think with Sennheiser earbuds, you need to actually connect them to power first. So let's do that. Otherwise, they're not going to actually turn on. That's just going from memory of testing many Sennheiser earbuds. Whoa! Let's reset that. Oops. There we go. Mind my dodgy setup, but we're going to get the job done. All right. Let's plug these in. Make sure they're charging. Imagine these are just faulty. I will be talking about the faulty issues that the Momentum 3 have as well. I've got a bit of a rant to talk about that. Okay, so it should be good to go now. Power on, we're good. We're pairing. Let's connect them up. True Wireless 4. Yeah, whatever. All right, so that's Qualcomm aptX Adaptive. So right now, when it says that it's aptX Adaptive, that will mean that it's only using the 24-bit. Sorry, not 24-bit. It says regular aptX Adaptive. So it's not actually going to be the Snapdragon sound, that would be 24-bit, 96 kilohertz. But a feature of the Momentum 4 is going to be the lossless streaming at 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz. If you're into your high-res codecs, it's a bit of a nightmare. But all right, so the earbuds are in. I've currently got them in my old ear canals with the transparency mode on right now, I believe. Yeah. And right now, I'm hearing a little bit of white noise hiss, which was an issue with the Momentum 3. Let's see. That's a lot of white noise hiss. That's about the exact same as a Momentum 3. And I'm also getting quite a bit of like a weird static sound as well. Anyway, let's go into the app, and I think these may need an update at the release. I did say this on another video. So Hopefully I'm not going to have to update them now, but I'd rather not update them now. I don't know how long that will take. Yeah, Momentum 4. Let's get started with the setup process. Yep, how to insert the earbuds. You got your ear tips there. I should probably take out the rest of the stuff in the box. This is supposed to be an unboxing, right? All right, so what do you get here? You got your USB-C cable. Does anyone want USB-C cables? I have about 200. So I don't know. Do you reckon they should include USB-C cables in earbuds, or is it just because I test so many? But let me know if you think they should include them. So you got the USB-C cable. You got your manuals, your paperwork here. It's a chunky little manual there. Don't need that. And we've got the ear tips, and looks like the ear wings are back as well. So let's take these earbuds back out, because I think I was yelling them with the transparency mode on. We're back. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened. All right, so running through the ear tips. I'll try not to destroy this. I like to keep my things in somewhat of a working order. Okay, so you're getting 4 sizes of ear tips here. I'm pretty sure you got 4 on the Momentum 3. I honestly don't remember. Let me know in the comments if you do remember. And one ear tip has gone down. It's currently missing. I don't even know where that went. Oh, whatever. I'll get it later. Hopefully I remember. All right. I'll reset this camera here. There we go. So you get your extra large. I always find I think it's the mediums, or these are the large ear tips that works completely fine for me. But you get 4 sizes, and you get a pretty small, extra small, which should suit those extra small ears quite well. Let's put those to the side there. And we've got the wingtips here as well. I'm very curious to see if they actually, a complaint I do have with the Momentum 3 was the wingtips were just too small for me. So you get 2 sizes. Those 2 there are going to be if you just want to not use a wingtip at all. You got your larger size here, and then the ones that are included is a very, unless you have really tiny ears, I feel like that's not going to do anything. For my ear canal size, when I chuck it in my ear, yeah, that doesn't really do much, but I'm pretty sure, I'll switch it over and see what they feel like. So they're quite, really tight on there. So that's the right, that is the left, and that is the right. Yeah, so the exact same size as a Momentum 3. I do want to change these around and just to kind of see how the fit feels. To be honest with you, I can tell you now, it's probably like I would not spend $500 to get these if I wasn't an earbud reviewer. Just being honest right now, it's pretty crazy. Maybe as I continue my testing, I feel like it's worth it, but only time will tell. Sorry, it keeps disconnecting. Just using my iPhone to keep this live stream kicking on right now, so bear with me. All right. If you can't hear me or anything, let me know, but I think we're all good here. Audio. Yep. All right. Let's get this stability band on. And I'm just going to quickly run through all the main features here, and then chuck in any comments throughout. And once I've done the main testing, I'll get to all those comments. Otherwise, maybe I'll just go through them now. This is a little bit whatever today. Okay, where's the large size? So that's a larger wingtip compared to the Momentum 3 here. I always have used the larger wingtips. Oh, actually, they're different, or I just not put it on properly. Shit. We're back on. I just realized I kept taking these earbuds out, which is why it was disconnecting. So should be all good now. I turned off Bluetooth. We should be going nice and smooth. I honestly struggle a lot of getting these on. So let's just really focus here and get these little things on here. So just going to clip it in there. This was one of my complaints with the Momentum 3, is that wingtip was just, at least for my pretty gigantic ears, didn't really do much because it's a little bit too small. Is that even the right one? Have I had these on incorrectly the whole time? Interesting. So that does say right. You can definitely see that says right earbud. And then this would be the left earbud, which does make sense. So let's put that one on the left earbud. Or maybe I'm putting it on the wrong way. I feel like this half of this live stream is just me trying to put these bloody things on. Yeah, okay, let's flip it around. Oh, there we go. Nice. That actually matches the photo. Oh, nice one myself. Yeah, there we go. Now we can compare. So the size here, I think it's actually, I don't know if it's just the color, but I think it's slightly bigger. That's good. Let's see how it feels in the ear canal. Yeah, I think that's actually slightly improved, which is great. Nice work, Sennheiser. They're listening to me. They're listening to me. I highly doubt it. Okay, let's get the left one on. And as I put these on, I do have a quick rant about kind of the whole issue with the Momentum 3, which if you are a Momentum 3 user or you used to have them and you had any issues, chuck a comment in the chat, or a comment if you're watching the replay here, because I've read at least 20 to 30 comments just on my videos alone of people having issues with the Momentum 3. And like, I've had these earbuds for 2 years, pretty much no issues at all. In fact, actually today, I think the one earbud's slightly louder than the other. I honestly just noticed it today because I haven't used these in a couple of months. I wanted to try them again just to refresh my memory. But it seems like the first year of the manufacturing of the Momentum 3, it was fine. I didn't receive any comments. I didn't read any comments on other videos of any issues. It seems when something changed with their manufacturing process in the last year. So I got the comments are exactly the same. Bought the Momentum 3, a couple of months later, they just died. And then it was like a month later, they died. A couple of weeks later, 3 months later, they died. And I've read at least 20 to 30 comments on my videos alone. I've seen these comments on other people's videos. There's Reddit threads. You can really look into it. And Sennheiser has admitted there was a manufacturing fault to something to do with the batteries. Because I went onto Sennheiser's Instagram page when they announced the release date of the Momentum 4, and a lot of people were commenting of their issues of the Momentum 3, and whoever the representative for Sennheiser was saying that there was an issue with the Momentum 3 battery manufacturing, and they fixed it for the Momentum 4. I can't talk, and I actually can't talk. I can't multitask and do this at the same time. I really got to get these wingtips on, people. But yeah, so they said that they fixed the issue with the Momentum 4. Now, like, what does that actually mean? Like, you're not going to, do you trust their word? Like, you really aren't going to know, and for at least a couple of months of people testing the Momentum 4, which is why I would say it's probably still too risky to fork out 500 Australian dollars or whatever, 350 US, to grab the Momentum 4, where there are a lot of other buds out right now. Technics AZ80, the OnePlus buds are cheaper, Denon Pearl Pro if you want to fork out, where I'm just not seeing all these issues with the manufacturing. But another big thing I have a little rant about is what happens now for people that, bought the Momentum 3, they had their issue. It seems like Sennheiser are refunding the earbuds easily. I think it depends on where you bought them. As long as you bought them through maybe Amazon or like a proper retailer, it should be all fine. But it's like, now, like, what's going to happen? Are they going to keep selling the Momentum 3, knowing that this issue is still around? Like, because I feel like they did that with the Momentum True Wireless 1 when they had their battery case drain issue. So what's going to happen now? Like, is someone going to buy the Momentum 3 for a cheaper price and then have an issue, and then they're going to have to get a refund? And then is Sennheiser going to give them the Momentum 4 instead? Like, I feel like that seems like a fair option. Like, you're buying these earbuds, you expect pretty decent quality, and they're gonna and you're gonna have to like refund your earbud and buy another brand. Like, I don't know. I was just thinking about it on my drive home after picking up the Momentum 4. It's like, it seems like the best option would be, if you buy the Momentum 3, if you bought them in the last year, and you're having an issue, it's like you're not going to give them another pair of Momentum 3 because you know that the manufacturing has an issue unless the manufacturing of the Momentum 3 has been fixed. I don't know. Just things I'm thinking about. And then you're buying these earbuds, you're wasting your time sending them back, getting in contact. You probably want to just buy your earbuds and for your earbuds to work. That's why I do these reviews. I lay out all the information so you know if the earbuds are going to work for you. But anyway, I have to chill out a little bit there. Rant's over. Where was I? I got the wingtips on. There we go. So the wingtips are on. I do like it that it is slightly larger than the Momentum 3. So big-eared people. Yeah, it's definitely slightly larger. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but I'm very happy about that. I didn't add that on my list of Momentum 3 issues, but that slight change in the wingtip size, it's going to go a long way to keep these buds nice and stable. Because even though like the fit of the Momentum 3 for me, all right, we're back on. I honestly don't know what's happening. Every time I take the I'm just going to leave the Momentum 3 out of the case because every time I take them out, I've turned Bluetooth off my phone, which I'm recording on. Oh, it's a bit of a nightmare right here. Look at this mess. Let's clean this up a little bit. Let's clean this up. All right. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so fit of the Momentum 3, like the fit of the Momentum 3 for me, like they're still fine to use when exercising. These were one of my go-to weight training earbuds for a solid year. I use these buds. We're going for some heavy lifts, cranking up that bass boost, and they got me through some pretty hard sessions. So now let's do a quick little fit comparison here, because the actual design of the earbuds, like as you can tell, it's exactly the same size. The wingtip is slightly. I still haven't got these wingtips on properly. What is going on? What is going on? Whatever, it's good enough. Yeah, whatever. So the size is exactly the same. Like it's the exact same design. I think the ear tips feel a bit different. Like I was saying before, you got some like mesh stuff. You got like I don't know, what do you call that? Fabric mesh stuff. Where here it's just a regular driver grill, which is going to be probably going to change the sound quality. Let's see how the fit compares. Momentum 3 is going in my right ear. Momentum 4 is going in my left ear. All right. And the fit is, you know what? I feel like they've maybe slightly improved that suction and pressure. I'm just going to chuck both Momentum 4 earbuds in my ears. It's still definitely got a bit of suction. I feel like they've improved that suction and pressure slightly though, which is good. Don't really know how because it looks exactly the same. Could just be the ear tip, and maybe even that. I think it's that extra opening in the ear tip itself. So I think having just rather than having like that fabric stuff there, that's actually going on. We're good. We're good. All right. Worst live stream ever. So I think having this opening on the actual ear tip is just getting a little bit of extra airflow into your ear canal, so it doesn't feel as suctiony than the Momentum 3, which is good. Yeah, Momentum 3 in my ears right now, you definitely get that occlusion. Please stay connected. Momentum 4. Yeah, basically the fit feels very similar. Let's just go with that. The fit feels similar. Okay, so we're currently connected to my ASUS Zenfone 10. Let's try it over there. Controls look about the same. Let's see, I do have a Sennheiser account, but I do find that quite annoying. They don't let you use every single feature unless you have a Sennheiser account. But anyway, so that's a Momentum 3. Let's go to Momentum 4. Dismiss. All right, so I did see that there was supposed to be some firmware updates. Yeah, there it is. I won't do it now because it's probably going to take like 10, 20 minutes, but save that for my future testing. All right. So let's go through. I said I'd go through some comments later, but let's go through some comments now and I'll do a quick sound test. And yeah, give you some impressions of what's going on. So let's go to the chat here. Where are we? Let's start up at the top here. Momentum 4 has Snapdragon sound certification, slightly better ANC transparency mode, better battery life, AI pickup. Yeah, that actually is something. I'm curious to see how the call quality is improved, because on my call quality ranking, I've got the Momentum 3. It's not terrible call quality, but it definitely struggles with they definitely struggle with wind noise, car noise. Voices aren't too bad. Please stay connected. So for call quality, got the Momentum 3 with a score of 6.5. So yeah, one of the worst. It's not terrible, but yeah, definitely if you're in windy conditions, it's not going to be great. Sound quality compared to Denon Pearl Pro. Yeah, I'll do a quick test today. Denon Pearl Pro is still my number one when it comes to call quality. I've got them right here, the old Pearl Pros. Honestly, the Momentum 3 do get pretty close. So the Momentum 4 only have to have a slight improvement, and yeah, we'll be all good there. Yeah, the case is too big to carry in your pocket. It's still, yeah, like I said before, it is definitely the chunkiest case out there right now. I feel like if you bought the Momentum 3, you kind of know it's a chunky case. And if you are going to go for an upgrade, then you don't mind having a chunky case, which some people don't mind. I personally don't mind. But okay, that really needs to stop happening. All right, let's make sure that stays connected. All right. Yeah. Devin, my Momentum 3 broke twice because the Righty Bulb would stop charging. Yeah, so like I was saying before, Sennheiser said they have fixed this for the True Wireless 4. I saw this on Instagram posts, and they said they had a manufacturing issue with the battery. I had a full rant before watching the replay. So they said they fixed it. We'll only know in a couple of months with other people testing them. So yeah. Oh yeah, and same thing happened to you, Big Dog. Love the name. Those extra little wings make all the difference with the fours. Yeah, Digital Slaying coming in, my man. Thanks for tuning in as always. Yeah, I like the little size increase. You only need like that subtle size increase in the wingtip, but I think it's bigger. I honestly don't know if it's. I honestly can't tell if it's just the fact that one's white and one is black, but I think it's slightly bigger. It felt more secure in my ear. Okay. William, nothing beats your reviews of nearly all the buds by the same person, same ranking system. Thank you. Appreciate it, William. Yes. Nope. Let's keep it going here. Yeah, so you can see my ranking system here. I've got a link below if you do want to check out. You can download this for yourself. All the earbuds, all the more recent earbuds I've chucked into this scoring system. There's also like a custom scoring system, which you're able to customize it for yourself. If certain categories matter more to you, you can kind of multiply the certain category. And I've got everything in here. I've got an advanced scoring system. You've got specs, so you can easily compare all the call quality rankings. I added a terminology tab recently. Yeah, it's getting pretty crazy here. 2024 for Picky Audio. All right. Yeah, disappointing so far, Joel. Yeah, I was honestly expecting at least a smaller case. And like I like the design of these earbuds, but they're also not smaller, so I don't know how it really justifies the extra price increase. The sound quality definitely has to be improved quite a bit to justify it being an upgrade. I can tell you now, before I even went into testing these, I can already let you know that the transparency mode sounds a bit clearer, a bit more natural, but there's still a lot of white noise, and the occlusion it's still It's the occlusion has been improved a lot though, which is good. So an issue with the Momentum 3 is like they have quite a bit of occlusion when you have the transparency mode on, which is like the echo and reverb you get when you speak, kind of reverberating through the ear tip. So at least the occlusion is fixed. They have a lot of white noise. Maybe that software update is going to fix that though. So that's something I'll definitely test on my initial review. Yeah, you reckon include the cable? Normally don't have as many. Yeah, I know. I've got like I feel like I should sell USB-C cables. It's honestly terrible. All right, let's keep it moving here. Okay, so yeah, I'm very curious to see everyone having issues with the Momentum 3. So thanks for letting me know your experience. A Homer, Devon, same with me, but I didn't get the free replacement from Sennheiser. Great customer service to me anyway. So did they give you like your money back, or did they just not even bother replacing the Momentum 3? Because I'm very or at least have a USB-C cable around. This is just going to keep dropping out every couple of minutes. I'm just going to keep it quickly reconnects, so we'll just keep it going here. All right. Are the Momentum 3 worth it for $250 Australian? No, would not recommend buying them because most likely they're going to have the battery issue that Sennheiser has now admitted to. So I don't know if they've fixed that with their manufacturing, but unless you can guarantee that the Momentum 3 do not have a battery drain issue anymore with their not a battery drain issue. It's like check the Instagram on Sennheiser on their Momentum 4 post, whenever that was, and they talked about something to do with their manufacturing the batteries causing issues, which is why it seems like it guaranteed that it's going to break after a couple of months. So don't get the Momentum 3 unless it's been fixed. Okay. Nipuna bought the Momentum 3 a few months with a heavy discount. After a couple of months of use, they died. Yep. This is the same thing I've seen so many times in the comment section. So, okay. And the seller offered me an upgrade to what? To the Momentum 4? If they did that, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool if they did that. Seems I remember the Sennheiser company. Yeah, that's probably related to why there is an issue with the Momentum 3 because Sennheiser sold the company to some other person. I don't know. Honestly, don't know how that works, but back on. If I plug my phone in, it will stop doing that. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So when Sennheiser changed their whatever they sold the company, it seems like something changed with their manufacturing after that. So probably has something to do with it. Hopefully it's fixed on the Momentum 4. Only time will tell. Okay. I had 8 replacements on my... What? That's the fact you kept pushing through to replace that 8 times. That's terrible. That is terrible. Yeah, I'm curious to see how the Momentum 4 go in the next couple of months. Okay, so really, I couldn't get my money. Only refurbished garbage, even though it was my favorite. Yeah, it's annoying because like for the price, they're the best sound quality you can get, like relative to price, still today. So the fact that I have that issue, it's kind of annoying. I got lucky because I bought these when they first came out. I've had no issues at all, but it just seemed like in the last year there's tons of issues. So yeah, wondering if those mesh covers are replaceable. Yeah, so the mesh covers, that's an interesting little change there. Because if you're going to use a different ear tip, that's the only thing about like having that mesh cover on there. Luckily here, the mesh cover is like, it's actually it's built into the earbud itself. So that's probably better when you're getting a replacement ear tip, but it's just going to be the ear tip itself now that has some holes in it. So All right. Like I said, it's going to keep cutting out, but we're just going to keep moving on. What a dodgy setup here. Let's do a sound test, shall we? So started testing the Momentum 3 a little bit in preparation for this video. And like so far, as I kind of expected, like it really does feel like the exact same earbud. You got the same case, same earbud size. The wingtips are slightly larger, and the fit doesn't have as much suction. Transparency mode is slightly clearer, just going off there's no noise around me right now, but at least when I'm speaking myself, it does sound clearer, which is a big issue with transparency modes. So let's do a quick sound test. This is going to be with no EQ customization on. And I do have to say, like when the Momentum 3 first came out, they sound when the Momentum 3 first came out, the sound quality was decent, but it wasn't until they updated the sound personalization where it massively improved the sound stage. The treble, you got the same rich bass response, but it just made everything sound better. And that's what still makes the Momentum 3 one of the best sounding earbuds for the price you can pay. Don't buy them though. Manufacturing issues, people. So let's see how these the Momentum 4 sound with no EQ customization. I'm going to turn transparency mode on so I'm not screaming. So we've got, let's go to the smart control app, and I'm pretty sure the sound personalization, it's all the same here. So you got the equalizer, same 5-band EQ, and the sound personalization requires you to sign in. Kidding me? I have an account, but it's like saved on. Let's make sure you don't see anything. It's saved with my Apple account. So I'm just going to quickly log in, and then we can test. Do a quick little sound test comparing the 4 to the 3, and then we'll just keep it rocking here today. Let's see. Sign in to Sennheiser ID. I wish you didn't have to sign in. This is like I honestly don't care to sign in. Like there we go. Allow 328. And if we got a bit of extra time, do have some other earbuds here to compare. Like the main ones are going to be like the Sony. I put the sound quality of the Sony and the Momentum 3 roughly on the same level. Where the Technics a little bit more balanced. Like I honestly prefer the Momentum 3, but you're kind of getting better separation on the Technics. And Denon Pearl Pro kind of in a slight league of their own, but it's probably my best. This is my best sound quality here right now. Denon, Technics. Sony XM5 sound very solid. And okay, so sound personalization is on now. So I won't do that right now because what I want to do first is just see how they sound without any EQ customization, because what Sennheiser normally do when they do their upgrades, they did this with the Momentum True Wireless 2 as well. They released the True Wireless 2, and then they released the high-end sound tuning feature, which made them sound a lot better. Very similar to the Momentum 3, where they released it with a regular EQ, added sound personalization, which massively improved the sound. And so the Momentum 3 was pretty much the True Wireless 2 tuning with the high-end sound tuning. So I don't know if this is going to be like the stock tuning is going to be what these sound like with sound personalization, but let's see what they sound like now. Do a quick little sound test. Honestly, I don't know how it's going to work. So I'm just going to play some music. You're not going to be able to hear anything. So bear with me here today. Of Trivium, the sin in the sentence. Using Tidal. So right now we're using aptX Adaptive. Yeah, they definitely sound different with the stock, like going off the stock tuning of the Momentum 3. Let's just also check what codec we're using. Okay. Yeah, aptX adaptive. All right. Yeah, so let's go to the Momentum 3 now and compare what the stock tunings are like. Let's go to smart control. Because the stock tuning itself is going to really depict how well you can kind of tailor the sound. So the stock tuning has to sound pretty good to start with. I find if the stock tuning isn't what you're really into, you can only EQ so much to actually get the buzz sounding any better. So let's go just regular EQ on the Momentum 3, turn everything off, reset all the bands to 0, and we're going to play the same song. Any Trivium fans out there? Send in the Sentence, one of my go-to testing songs. Got a lot of treble going on at the start. So let's go to let's get the True Wireless 3 connected. Yep. So actually, so you see it just said Snapdragon sound, which that is going to indicate that it should be using 24-bit 96 kilohertz, where right now the Momentum 4 only had aptX adaptive, which is not going to be 24-bit 96 kilohertz, but these also have lossless now as well. To be honest with codecs, aptX lossless, LHDC, LDAC, I'm noticing the same improvement for me. But maybe you have highly trained ears, you might notice more of a difference there. So this is the Momentum 3. Let's see how this sounds. All right. I think they sound exactly the same with the stock tuning on. Oh, I just realized that's really annoying. So an issue with the Momentum 3, I forgot to mention this, is whenever you have the transparency mode on and you take, it's a transparency mode, and then you take the earbuds out and then put them back in your ears, the transparency mode turns off. It's still, that really pissed me off with the Momentum 3. It still happens. Oh my God, I completely forgot about that. Yeah. Honestly, I say honestly, I don't think they're going to watch this, but that needs to be sorted out. Like if you can have the transparency mode on, and the ear detection just turns it off. That's what the hell? Little things like that really. I'm picky audio here, so those little things really annoy me. But yeah, honestly, sound quality. I'll do another quick. We're just doing a back-to-back test here. Let's go back to the Momentum 4. This is just with the stock tuning on, no customization of the sound. Come on, there we go. Yeah, really, I think that sounds exactly the same. Let's do one more quick back-to-back. This is what I do for all my day. I just test earbuds, and I'm just going back and forth comparing sound and features. So I don't know how I also don't know how this is going to work on a live stream. Just me listening, going back and forth like a madman. Okay, True Wireless 3. See how they sound again. Oh yeah, my left earbud's definitely louder than my right. That honestly happened. I think that happened today in the gym. They're good timing, but not ideal. I still get the idea of the sound, but yeah, I mean, again, this is first impressions. I normally I want to test these buds for at least a solid week before a review, and like obviously add them to my ranking system, compare them to all the earbuds out there. But right now, I think they sound the same. Momentum 4. I'll just drum for you. See, looks like I'm doing something. I've got to give it to the Momentum stock tunings. We're back on. Sorry about that. Okay, Momentum 4. What was I doing? Momentum 3. Yeah, so it really does seem like they sound the same so far. It's kind of hard to tell because it's like I just said, my Momentum 3, like right earbud, just today started to sound like less than my the right earbud has a lower volume than my left earbud, so it sounds kind of strange. I don't know what's going on there. And the right earbud was making a slight static sound, so I think my Momentum 3 could be dead. Yeah. Yeah, first impressions there, maybe slightly more detailed treble on the Momentum 4, but it has the very kind of similar Sennheiser kind of tuning going on there. What I do want to do, because right now I have aptX 24-bit 96 kilohertz going on the Momentum 3, so I do want to activate I think you can. I don't know if you can activate lossless in the app, because you do need to activate the high res streaming separate. You can't just do it in your developer settings and stuff like that. So Momentum True Wireless 4, you're only going to go to settings, and you can choose your codec audio resolution. Oh, okay, so they do have a low latency gaming mode now. That's cool. Or just they call it a low latency mode. That's probably going to work better when you're gaming. So yeah, high resolution. Interesting. They got. I'm pretty sure they advertised that they had aptX lossless. It's honestly a weird thing. Like the whole aptX adaptive, aptX lossless, Snapdragon sound. You try and look this stuff up online, it's near impossible to find specific details. Like certain earbuds, I think the Bose QuietComfort Ultra advertiser had lossless, and they don't have it on any of their marketing on their website. And this did say they had they like Sennheiser said they had lossless streaming. Let's activate that there real quick. Just going to chuck them back in the case, and then it will stream it 24-bit 96 kilohertz. I believe that's at 890 kilobits per second. High-res streaming is an absolute nightmare. Take them back out of the case, and they should work. It should pop up as Snapdragon sound when they connect to the phone. If it says Snapdragon sound, that means you're getting 24-bit. Yeah, see, Snapdragon sound. If it says aptX adaptive, you're not getting 24-bit 96 kilohertz. But what was I saying? Yeah, so it says the advertisement says aptX lossless, and aptX lossless it's kind of different. It's CD quality. It's supposed to be streamed lossless, but it's technically not lossless, because I think it maxes out at 1200 kilobits per second, where CD quality, I think it's 1411 kilobits per second, which is 16-bit, 44.1 times it by 2. It's I don't know. It's like sample rate times bit depth equals your bit rate. It's honestly a nightmare. It's honestly a nightmare. All you get is slightly improved sound quality. But anyway, I just chucked on 24-bit 96. So let's see how that sound compares to just using regular aptX adaptive, which that's going to go, I think, maximum 520 kilobits per second. Honestly, drives me crazy. I still haven't figured it out, the high res situation, but like I'm using Tidal as well, and then some songs in Tidal are going to be 16-bit. Most songs aren't even 24-bit. And I think what do they call this? They call this MQA, which is supposed to be like Tidal's high res thingo, but apparently it's not very good. So anyway, let's see what it sounds like now with aptX 24-bit 96. Yeah, it's slightly better treble, I think. Yeah, right. So that's the Momentum 4. Now it's a fair playing field with 24-bit 96 kilohertz on both earbuds. Let's chuck the Momentum 3 back in. I can tell you now, no point. I'm barely noticing a sound difference right now. You're going to get that with the sound personalization. So what am I doing? Momentum 3. Start the song again. Welcome to the life of an audio tech YouTuber. This is what I spend hours doing, just going back and forth, driving myself crazy, comparing sound. It's both fun and maddening at the same time. It's a weird hobby. You'd understand if you're into it. Yeah. Very similar sound. I am going to give the treble to the Momentum 4 though. In terms of the bass and everything else, it's about the same. So, you know, honestly, I was honestly not expecting to see a sound improvement because the Momentum 3 already sounds so good. Let's do the exact same song again. See what. Yeah. Oh, treble. No, there's a noticeable treble improvement, to be honest. Slightly less mid bass. Wait for the vocals to kick in. Yep. Okay. Back to the Momentum 3, people. This is what we do. Back and forth. Yes. Honestly, I didn't know how this would work on a live, and I don't really think it is, but it's something. It's something. Okay. So Momentum 3 now. Okay. Back to the Momentum 4. Let's get these going. Press play. It should automatically connect. Yeah. Do. All right, so I can guarantee you you're getting slightly better treble. Talking a couple of percent improvement. Let's go back. Momentum 3 again. The mids might even be better on the Momentum 3. Interesting. Right now, I'm noticing the sound differences here is better treble detail, slightly more sparkle on the Momentum 4, but like the Momentum 3, we're definitely not lacking when it comes to treble sparkle and detail. Slightly fuller bass on the Momentum 3, and vocals. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell because, like I said, the audio balance in my Momentum 3s are like my left is kind of louder than my right, so it's kind of hard to tell separation, soundstage, and the vocals aren't really centered. So that's kind of annoying. That's actually very annoying that this is a bit out of whack there. Anywho, let's keep going. Let's keep going with the sound test here because I want to do sound personalization and kind of like see how that improves the sound because like the Momentum 3 without sound personalization sound good, but they sound nowhere near as good as what they sound like with the sound personalization on. So let's go see how that sounds, shall we? I can't believe that the bloody in-ear detection transparency issue is still a thing. Like I forgot about that, but Camera Studio. Okay, we're back on. Whenever I unlock my Zen phone, it's like my iPhone hates it. Let's go to the Momentum 4 sound personalization. And if you own the Momentum 3, or you picked up the Momentum 4, or you plan on picking them up, you need to chuck on that sound personalization because it improves the sound quite a bit. So it's a bit of a weird test. It's not really like a hearing test. It's kind of like a sound preference test. So they're going to start with a fit test. Okay, let's see how that goes. I think you have to normally be quiet when you do this. So use the slider or the volume button. Set the volume to a comfortable level. Yeah, whatever. Good fit. Nice. Okay, use the slider or the volume buttons. High volume. What does that mean? It doesn't explain what to do. High volume. Whatever. Done. Yeah, the sound test on the Momentum 3, it seems about the same. Okay, music about to start. Set the volume to a level that is comfortable to listen to for long periods of time. Yeah, it sounds good to me. I honestly found with this test, it doesn't really matter too much what you do. It's the slider at the end of it which really depicts how well it's going to sound. So set a volume that is good for long periods. Yep, whatever. Adjust the balance you're liking. Balance, bass, and strings. So that's giving you more bass. And it's just playing like a violin or something. Honestly, don't get this. This sound, this test, it honestly makes no sense. Adjust bass and strings volume. But the music should be audible but soft. Yeah, let's just pump through this real quick. Oh, no, I just saw that then. Yeah, issues with the Momentum 3. Bring it back. We have some problems. Nice one, Reza. All right, drums volume. That sounds the best to you. Yeah, whatever. Personalized sound done. This is not your regular hearing test. Normally, the hearing test would be like if you might have hearing loss in one ear, your hearing is better in one ear compared to the other. But like I said, it's the bass slider that really changes the actual sound quality. So if you go further down, I believe that's going to increase your bass. And if you go to the right, it's going to increase your treble as well. And then it's kind of more, I think, more mids as you go up. Less bass as you go up. And then I think it's, treble to the right and then mids to the left. So I always just go, I like my bass, I like my treble. So I usually go about here. And you can tell it just plays a little song for you. So you can kind of roughly tell. Now let's see how that compares. Because that's what I normally have my Momentum 3 set as. And I will chuck that on the Momentum 3 as well. They're still connected. Yep. So sound personalization is on the Momentum 3. Now let's see how they compare in sound quality. On an even playing field, we've got 24-bit, 96 kilohertz on both pairs, using Tidal, high-res-ish streaming. If you want to stream high-res on an Android device, a bit of a nightmare. Really, to get the actual proper bit rate and all that kind of stuff, Tidal seems to be one of the easiest ways to just do it without having to get separate apps and make sure it doesn't downsample to 48 kilohertz and all that nonsense. So now we've got the Momentum 4. Let's see how they sound with my personalization. Oh my god, so much better. Yeah, it's crazy how much the sound personalization improves the sound. It just kind of boosts everything. It's great. All right, Momentum 3 with sound personalization on. Now it's hard to know for sure because like the actual sound personalization slider and all the testing is not going to be exactly the same. Hmm. All right, so that was a Momentum 3 with the sound personalization. Let's do the Momentum 4 again and see how they sound. I can tell you now, they sound better. I don't know if it's a fact that my Momentum 3s are now technically faulty because the left earbud's louder than the right. So I'm going to give it to the Momentum 4. Overall, better clarity, mainly with the treble. I think they did advertise the treble was the thing that they improved, and it sounds pretty good. Now, let's do a comparison with a bud that is my favorite right now. Not the Technics, the Denon Pro. Let's do a quick little sound comparison here, shall we? Currently have these ranked 9.5 for sound. Sennheiser at 8.5. They're pretty close to a 9, to be honest. It's all super close in my sound quality ranking. So let's get the Denon Pro connected. Yep, connected Snapdragon sound as well. So this, like these also supposed to stream at lossless. But let's see how the Denon Pro compare to the Momentum 4 True Wireless. It's very close. All right, let's track the Momentum 4 in. See what the sound comparison is like. It is pretty close. All right, the Momentum 4 back to the Denon Pro. Yeah, Pro is better still. At least with this initial testing. Both sound great though. I think I need to play around with the sound personalization a little bit. Trebles maybe a little bit too much on the Momentum 4 right there. So I can tell you now, like when it comes to like the Technics AZ80, another solid sounding earbud. I have them ranked 9 out of 10 for sound. The Momentum 4 I have ranked at 8.5, but in further, like they're honestly, I could put these neck and neck. I'd say if you like a more dynamic tuning, the Momentum 4 are going to be the better option. Where the Technics, even with their dynamic tuning, they're still more, I guess, on the balance side with better separation, but you can push more bass out of the Momentum 4. Pearl Pro, it's I don't know what it is about these buds. They're just still something about the mid-range clarity, the mid. Yeah, the sound stage. Right now, the Pearl Pro is still in the #1 spot. The Momentum 4 might go up to a score of 9 out of 10 in my full review coming soon. Chris is asking for the noise canceling strength. Now, I don't have a normal, I normally chuck on my soundbar, play some simulation, plane noise and crowd noise. But what I can do here, I've got my MacBook right here. I will compare the noise canceling to the Momentum 3, because the Momentum 3 noise canceling is still pretty decent today. I think it's at least in my top, I think it's my top 7 or top 6 in my noise canceling ranking. So let's see how the noise canceling compares. I was going to play some kind of simulation, plane noise or crowd noise, and see how that goes. Keep dropping everything though. Okay. So let's chuck on noise canceling. Make sure it's on. Yep, noise canceling is on. And this might be kind of annoying. You're going to hear. I have to just play the plane noise out loud. So I won't play it too loud in case. Enough to test. Right, so too loud. 15% stronger. Plane noise. Let's do some crowd noise. Some middle and high frequency sound. This can get quite loud, so let's not go too crazy. All right, Momentum 3 going in. Momentum 4, crowd noise canceling test. Now, it's still not like those 500 ultra level. Good. Go back to Momentum 3. Oh, yeah, the crowd noise is more noticeable. I actually thought I didn't even have noise canceling out. Oh, wow. Holy stuff. Sennheiser. One more test. Very good. Okay. Quick little ANC test there for you. Chris McGuire. So just going off a Mac, like 15-inch MacBook Pro speakers, they're pretty loud. They've got a bit of bass to them. About 10-15% stronger in the plain noise test on the Momentum 4, but that crowd noise, that's at least 20, like even a quarter to 25% stronger than the Momentum 3. So that's a noticeable noise canceling improvement. While we're testing the noise canceling, while we're here, let's do a quick transparency mode test. I normally test this outside or like with a sound bar on, so I get like real noise. But I'll play some crowd noise on my computer. Not too loud, and let's see how the transparency mode compares. Starting with the Momentum 4. Let's check on that transparency mode. The transparency testing, what the Momentum 4 might use right now. The issue with the Momentum 3 is occlusion, so hearing your own voice and echo and you can now and speak. It's improved a lot here. It's improved quite a bit on the Momentum 4, I think. The clarity is pretty decent. Definitely not top tier transparency mode quality, but still, an improvement is an improvement. Transparency mode. Okay, yeah. So I've got the transparency mode on Momentum 3s in my ears right now. And yeah, the occlusion is definitely noticeable. And the clarity is actually quite a big difference there. I can't tell if my earbuds are faulty because my right ear sounds transparency mode on. Let's check. This could be a good sign. It feels like the transparency mode isn't on, and that is quite a big improvement. But the transparency, oh yeah, it's on. That's transparency off. Transparency on. Let's go back to the Momentum 4. Transparency. Let's go check the levels as well, make sure it's not too high. Okay, it's noise cancelling transparency. Okay, so they normally have it at 75%. Let's go back there. It did seem a little bit low. I definitely guaranteed less occlusion on the Momentum 4, which is good. Free transparency mode test. And let's go back. Now it's an even playing field. Back to the Momentum 4. Transparency on. Much better. Much better. Right now, like I've got the transparency on the Momentum 3 quite low in my ranking. Let's see, Momentum 3 transparency 6.5 right now. So we're definitely looking at least an 8. I think we might even get past an 8.5 for transparency in the Momentum 4 there. The occlusion is a lot less. White noise is still there. Sorry, I had the crowd noise playing. That's my bad. Can you hear me now? I think we're all good there. iPhone mic, yep. So yeah, we're looking at least an 8 score for transparency mode. Potentially even higher. Definitely not AirPods Pro 2, 10 out of 10 level, but we're getting closer. I'm feeling like an 8, 8.5 would be pretty good for the Momentum 4. And yeah, when you go, yeah, not looking good for the Sennheiser. Yeah, I mean, like with the Momentum 3, it's an old earbud. They got a score of 72. The highest ranked bud I have right now is the Technics AZ80. Definitely the best all-rounder. Similar price, one of the more expensive buds. They have a score of 80.5. But I mean, like, let's look at the Momentum 3 scoring here. Make sure you don't see that glare. Like with comfort and security, they're a little bit lower. Like I try and keep the scoring of this pretty tame, but comfort, they're going to go up a little bit in score. Security of fit, I'm going to potentially, I want to obviously test them out when training, as I do with all my earbuds. Might be getting an extra half, maybe an extra point with that slightly larger wingtip. Case and battery, I can tell you now, is going to stay the same because it's a pretty chunky case. When it comes to controls, probably going to stay the same. Bluetooth connectivity might go up a little bit, but it's kind of the same. Core quality is an issue with the Momentum 3 for today's standards. So that's at 6.5. Won't know till I do all my testing for that. I can't test that right now. App will be the same. Noise canceling, I can tell you now, it's going to go up pretty high. So, and so is that transparency mode. Sound quality, I'm feeling like, you know what? Mark, I thought it might not be looking good for Sennheiser, but once I run through my scoring system, I think they're going to be up there with the best of the best. Just going off all the categories. Yeah, there you go. That's why I do the scoring system, because like I review these earbuds. It's like there's so many small differences that it's so hard to keep track and comparing all the earbuds. That's why I created this little thing to make it so I could actually compare all the earbuds and make it easier for you to decide. And on here as well, like every single score, you can click. You won't see it on the thing over here, but you have notes for every single score explaining why I scored it. You got your specs, every little, like, can you use noise canceling with one earbud at a time? Like, I go so in depth. It takes so long to do this, but I do it for you guys, and because I'm kind of crazy and I enjoy it. But yeah, you know what? It ain't looking too bad for Sennheiser. Scarb. For PC gaming on a desktop, go for something wide. Or did someone ask about gaming latency? Let's see. I'm a little bit behind on the chat here. Oh, yeah. Kebro, are these going to be good for gaming lowest latency? I think they will be. I think like the fact that they have a low latency gaming mode, but combine that with just aptX adaptive in general, Snapdragon sound, I'm usually getting about 220 milliseconds with gaming latency. So chuck the low latency mode on top of that. I'm not sure if that's going to bring it down further. But look, if you get into like your mobile shooters, 200 milliseconds is pretty good. So if that's going to get even lower, we could be looking at the lowest latency for a non-gaming kind of earbud. But yeah, obviously you're going to be better with obviously wide is going to give you the least amount of latency. But if you do want to use a Bluetooth earbud, I tested latency with all my earbuds, or at least most of them. We'll definitely see how that goes there. All right, Chris, love the Momentums and glad to see there is improvement in noise cancelling and transparency. Best channel for earbuds. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, it's looking my initial impressions were like, oh, this looks the same. It kind of fits the same. Oh, the wingtip's a bit better. But yeah, after doing that transparency test and the noise cancelling test, and the sound quality, I think is a little bit better, mainly with treble. So like it, and the fit's improved. If they're improving small things here, sure they look the same. Sure the case is chunky, but look, not everyone doesn't mind a bit of chunk with their case. So it's not looking too bad right now. All right, let's go through a couple more comments. I think that pretty much wraps up the testing. So let me know any quick comparisons or comments or things you want to know about these earbuds. But I'm a bit of a mess today with the constant disconnects, but it's working right now. Let's see. I personally don't have the True Wireless 3. Got the Jabra Elite 10, and the ANC was so bad I had to return them. Very interesting you say that, because the Elite 10, getting a good seal with those ear tips, it's like you really. I had to use like the largest ear tip, and like sometimes the fit will kind of move out of place easily unless you get them in the right way. So I can see why that happened. Once you get a good fit, the noise canceling is great. We're back. Yeah, what was I saying? Jabra Elite 10 fit doesn't work for everyone. So yeah, you might prefer. It sounds like you don't like a shallow fit. You like a deeper fit, which would be something like the Momentum earbuds. Who's happened? Is that 4 better sounding than the True Wireless 3? I think it's slightly better. I have to do some more thorough testing and get the EQs the same, but mainly I think treble's slightly better, maybe slightly less bass, mid's kind of the same. So yeah, a slight improvement, which is the slight improve. They don't really need to improve the sound. They already sound so good. It's more the other features that need to be improved, but slight improvement. I'll take that. Okay. What do you mean if you're referring to how much latency? That should be like 175 less for 175 or less for non-mobile. Oh, actually, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I mean, like I'm talking about using a Bluetooth earbud. Like the lowest I've tested is about 150 milliseconds with those are older Soundpeaks aptX adaptive earbuds. But I don't know, depends how intensive a mobile gamer you are. If you're an intense gamer, then you're better off using a wide pair of earbuds. But yeah, it's 200 milliseconds is fine for shooters. But if you're really into it, yeah, you want to go lower than that. You want to be going under 100 if you can. No, the Jabra 10, yeah, they are amazing, but the commenter is definitely not on. They're not on crack. They just the fit just doesn't work. The fit doesn't work for everyone. If you've tried all the ear tips and the fit doesn't work for you, all our ear canals are different. So not every earbud is going to work for everyone. So keep that in mind. How many earbuds are in my testing queue? So right now, I'm just going to I have them right next to me. I'm currently working on bring these little. So these are all the best earbuds under $100. I've spent the last 3 days straight ranking them, scoring them, and I've got the final ranking complete there. So they're all in my queue. I'm kind of just doing big comparison videos at the moment. So right now it's going to be this video first, or potentially I'll start testing the True Wireless 4 as I do that. So it's this top 10. It's the True Wireless 4. I've got some speakers I'm testing, and then after that, I don't even know what I'm doing after that. I probably have like 30 videos potentially lined up, but yeah. Treble 810 couldn't get them to fit right. An interesting fit, understandable. Joel doesn't work for everyone, sadly, but overall solid earbud if they do fit you well. Okay. Let's do one more comment here. Someday, if you can recommend something neutral and precise for death metal, I love me my metal, as you would probably know. Thank you for the kind words. Yeah, neutral and precise for death metal. Interesting, yeah, because most earbuds aren't really neutral and precise. I would say the one that I have in testing, the most suited to that would be the Technics AZ80. With that, you can, without any customization of the sound. Otherwise, a Beoplay, Bang & Olufsen Beoplay EX, they're more on the neutral side, but you get some nice sparkle in your treble. But you have to be spending quite a bit of money to get something like more like, I guess, like neutral and precise. Even the Sennheisers, you can play around with the EQ on the Sennheisers, and you can get them to, the stock setting is slightly V-shaped, I would say, but more on the balance side. But I think those would be my top 3 picks right now. Yeah, Momentum 3 or 4, but don't get the 3. It's probably gonna die on you. Yeah. All right, I think that wraps it up there. Bit of a disaster with the about 50 disconnects we had, but thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Check out my custom scoring spreadsheets, link below. I should have a full review, let's say a week or two. I want to test them quite thoroughly and make sure everything's working well and the earbuds don't die, which sounds like Sennheiser has fixed it. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one, people. Bye now.